Yep, so this is what I'm doing this morning. Freaking Massachusetts. End of April. Oh boy. I don't miss this, I'll tell you that much. Can't wait to get back to my garden.
Route 73, Waverly, 2 minutes. Route 96,
Sure is a beautiful place though. See the guy behind me cleaning? Everywhere I look, there's somebody cleaning. Makes you feel a lot better. What kind of bird are you? Nature's always gonna win. Just want to get back to my garden. Alright, so I'm back home at my garden. My happy place, man, my happy place. Looks like we got some rain here. Let's see what we got going on. Looks like we got some stuff that needs to be planted here. Just gonna walk around and clean up these tomatoes real quick. Uh-oh, we got a tomato on this guy. I think this is a beefsteak. I'm gonna prune these guys all the way up these things. So that's why I'm in here. I'm just doing some maintenance. Just doing some maintenance. I'm just gonna do some planting in between all the tomatoes here. So I'm just turning over the soil here, getting rid of any weeds. And then you end up with something like this. And all those couple that I missed. Put that out here. What I got here is some compost mixed up with some black cow manure and a bit of topsoil. And I'm just gonna go in and cover this area. These are okra suckers. What I'm gonna do, so I'm just gonna go in the middle of these tomatoes with these okra sucker. Just cleaning up some of these weeds out here. Just getting rid of some of these weeds. Like I said, we had some rain here and all the crops are doing well, but so are all the weeds. They say talk is cheap, right? So if talk is cheap, then action must be expensive, don't it? Makes me also think that if action is expensive, well, doesn't it take you time? Doesn't it take you time to produce action? time and effort. So talk is cheap, action is expensive, and it takes you time and effort to produce action. And so if that's the case, do we really value our time? What I'm trying to say is, if talk is cheap and action is expensive, doesn't that mean that we need to value our time and effort a little bit more? I mean, since the only way to produce action is time and effort, and effort is so, and action is so expensive, do we really value our time and effort enough? Now let me tell you, I know some geniuses. I know some people that, when any single one of these people come up with an idea, you better pay attention. But like I say, do we value our time and effort enough? Because I tell you, one thing, and I'm not gonna separate myself. One thing that I hear a lot are these wonderful ideas backed by a not so wonderful idea that in order to produce these things, there's a level of finances that need to be had before any action can be taken place towards that certain thing. I've heard some wonderful, me myself, I've had even some wonderful ideas, multi-million-dollar ideas. But one of the things that I struggle with, like most people, is that we don't value our time and effort enough. We put a lot of value in other things and a lot less value on our time and effort. Sometimes we just need to put enough time and effort to figure out how we're going to get started on what we want with what we have. Let's use Bill Gates, for example, because he's all in the news right now, and using his name will probably get us some more views. So, Bill Gates, right? His 24 hours is no longer than my 24 hours, or your 24 hours. Yeah, he has more money than me and you. Probably more money than me and you combined. But the money is only as valuable as you think it is. Money can't do anything without time and effort. Money can't do a thing without time and effort. So that would tell me that the time and effort is actually more important than the money. And Bill doesn't have, let's use his name, Bill Gates doesn't have a longer 24 hours than you or I have. But you see, what he's doing with his 24 hours, that's the secret. You know, what are you doing with your 24 hours? Are you trying to fulfill your goals and dreams? Or are you talking about your goals and dreams? Because those actions are way more important. I tend to think that Bill takes a lot of action in his 24 hours. I could be wrong, but I'm probably not. I'm going to encourage you to put some more value on your time and effort. What I got is some clippings from the broccoli. These are the more mature leaves. The more mature leaves are actually really good for steaming. They're They get a little bit bitter to eat raw, so you don't really want to eat them raw. You steam them down, add some flavor and stuff, and you know, whatever flavor type kind of flavor you like. What I'm gonna do is, as I wash them up, I'm just gonna cut that stem right out of there. And that'll go to the compost. And again, you want to make sure these are washed. You're gonna give these about, wash these as many times as you really can, because it's coming out of the garden, and you really don't want any crunchy, you know, crunchy food. So I'm gonna be washing these a few times. Again, if you don't mind the stems, or if you like the stems, you can skip this process. Some people like the stems, some people will strip them off, because it has like a little outer layer, and that makes it kind of tough, I should say. So I'm going to take each individual one, wash them individually as I'm cutting them up and getting rid of those stem here. That's what it'll look like when I'm done here. See, I cut the stem right out. There's no stem in the bottom. Cut that right off. So remember, these are clippings from the garden. We just clipped off the bottoms of the broccoli. And while we're doing this, we're cleaning them up here. And while we're cleaning them up, we're getting a couple of benefits, because we're going to get to use this for salad. For steam veg, of course. So we're gonna be eating it. But I'm also inspecting my broccoli plants and seeing if there's any parasites, or, because the leaves are going to tell you a lot of the story, right? For instance, like this guy, something's eating out of the way at my broccoli. So it's a win-win situation here. But look at this. Look how healthy. Right? How beautiful. All our cuttings, we're just gonna go ahead and drop in the compost. And these, I'll give these a nice wash again, and I'll cut them up smaller. Okay, so now I'm just gonna go grab a couple leaves at a time, fold them over again. And you end up with something like that. Now, while I'm here, let me give you a couple of pointers on this knife. So first off, when you're using a knife, what you want to do, firm, comfortable grip. Some people like to grab like that. Matters not. However you're more comfortable, but firm and comfortable grip. What we're going to be using for chopping, we're going to be using the back of the knife. Not the front of the knife, the back of the knife, right? And what we want to do is you want to take your fingers, and to keep your fingers clear from getting cut off, what you want to do is fold them over. Fold your fingers over, and you're going to use your knuckle as a guide for the knife. So you can up and down, up and down, up and down, and your knuckle is guiding the knife. You're still holding your vegetables. And using my fingers as a guide, paying attention to what I'm doing, just moving on down, moving on down, moving on down. My fingertips are free and not in the way, not in danger of getting cut up. Yeah, I'm sorry, but YouTube only allows me to upload 15 minutes at a time, so this video is to be continued. But while I have your attention, just go ahead and hit the subscribe button for me. Thanks.